Alright. Let's get rid of this screen. Let's come back to this screen. And we're back in the middle of analysis after a short break. Let's see where we were. We were at nets and ladders. Nets and ladders are important. Just like reading out nets and ladders, I guess the thing about them that makes them so fundamental is that they're so easy, right? Because a ladder is basically you reading something that has one variation, right? Same with most nets, right? Like this has one variation. Let's say white plays here. What does black play? I mean, like this. Maybe this works. Yeah, actually, Whoops. Reasons to read out nets so that you don't play one and it doesn't work. Maybe he did that. Maybe he already read it out and was like, this net does not work because he's gonna do this. But at the same time, like, well, no, I couldn't do it on this side, right? Unless I wanted to let him break through and connect to this, which in general is not what I want to have happen. And also then I just have this ugly shapeless thing. Read out nets and ladders. They're so easy to do. And if you read a net or a ladder wrong, you're in huge trouble. But if you read it right, like, you're often fine. And that's like the easiest way to kill stones, is just, I have it in a net or a ladder, I read it out, it's fine, there, I'm done. Your stone's dead, I don't have to worry about it, because I read out this super easy thing, this ladder or this net. So after he plays here, this is, I mean, initially, this strikes me as aimless. Generally, don't play in the middle of nothing. This is actually a really strong move, because I played on the 4th line here. This would actually be really intimidating for me, because I mean, like, what do? I maybe, like, kick one of these? I don't think these are good moves. I, like, jump out, being like, no, don't surround me, don't surround me. I don't know, I see some people play this move. I'm terribly nervous at when I'm dealing with this thing, which is often why I don't play this one, but I did because I felt like it. But that would be much more severe than this. Oh yeah. Wouldn't want to do the same thing over here, right? Play on the 3rd line close to this wall, because then you see what's exactly gonna be happening. Not great stuff. Playing over here, I think if white wants to play over here, this is the move. Like, these stones are weak. This is the move. Maybe, you know, do something like this, but then it's, like, really uncomfortable to deal with. I don't know. White is getting good shape. Like, wow. Ooh, wasn't that an easy way to set up a base against this stupid weak black corner? Instead, white has to deal with this. So, good principle when making your invasions. A, aim at something. B, sabaki moves. Not that, like, any of that example was, you know, like, big sabaki moves. But in the case that black was a little stronger over here, let's say black, I don't know how to move like this, right? What would you do as white? You might do, like, that crazy 2nd line attach move and just try to get some kind of shape, and then, like, jump out. I have no idea how exactly. But this is just aimless, and black gets to do whatever he wants. If I so chose, I could have pushed him from this side. I could have shoulder hitted him from either side. I ultimately chose to do this side because I actually was afraid of my little pokey cutty things, right? Like there's this, and then this, and then, I mean, like, no! That's, I don't think that's my ladder. Let's read it out, let's read it. Oh, that's my ladder. Gotta read ladders. Why am I not reading ladders? Oh, whoops, I had the chat covered up. This is fine for black. Diagonal or knight's move is proper. I actually have no idea when that was sent. Let's see. Timestamps are on at 3. Oh, so that was like right now. Oh, whoops, dang. I'm just running all over the place. Sorry, lemon, sir, sour. Lemons are sour. Whoops. Sorry, lemons are sour. I don't. In response to H3. Okay, let's see. Where was H3? Let me. Oh. There we go. So this was fine. Or diagonal or knight's move. Okay, I take it. Did you mean this diagonal? Did you mean? I don't know which knight's move. It can't be that one. Or can it? Maybe it is. Actually, yeah, I'm just unfamiliar with this whole ordeal, which is actually really common. I was actually shocked when it didn't. No, like G5, or H5. Okay, yeah. This one is one that I play often because I once heard that it was not bad. Yeah, especially I think in this situation where you have a lonely white stone next to a lonely white stone, often in this situation the stone might not be so lonely, you know, like maybe white played up here, or who knows, maybe even just this, right? So that is the way that I would invade if I were white, not the aimless. Yeah, one is fourth line, which I guess says to me, I'm not trying to live on the side. I'm just trying to disrupt stuff and get out. Which I mean, maybe if that's what he wants to do. Yep, if white has D10, it's a different thing. Yeah. But we just have this peculiar lonely white stone. Thank you, lemons are sour. For helping me learn, right? Because that's also what I want to do. Maybe primarily. No, just kidding. But here's our white dude just jumping up, even though he's got some space. I mean, maybe even I don't know. Like playing a third line stone seems a little regressive, retroactive. What's the word that I'm looking for? It seems like it should have initially been on the third line. Oh, lemons are sour. I'm not very strong, so don't take my opinion as absolute truth. That's all right. We're in this together. You're a student. I'm a student. Let's figure it out. Let's figure out some go. He just jumps up to K6. I really think if I were white, I would have at the very least played this and been like, I have a one space fourth line base. I know that's not much of a base, but it sure as hell is better than just running immediately and, you know, pretending that there's already a black stone here or here. Because that's kind of what this looks like. Because if you're doing an invasion and you're running, what I see when I see someone running is it looks no, it should look as though there's no room for them to make any type of base. Here there is room to make a one space, right, like fourth line base, which is okay, probably not solid at all. I know this move looks dumb, but I mean it would actually work. What happens? I don't know. So white just runs, to which I played my silly middle of the board move, just trying to separate these two. I think it ended up accomplishing what I wanted it to accomplish. White then makes this move, which is not bad, right? Because, oh, black, why don't you take that move? If white missed it, right? The principle being the good move for your opponent is your good move. Well, white didn't want a base. Why don't you take that possibility away from him? Something that I often look at is, in a situation like this, okay, where does white go? I think white should go here. White jumps up. My initial feeling is, okay, that's what you wanted. You wanted this move. Then I want this move if you don't want it. Wasn't sticking by that principle today for whatever reason. Then I come over here and just try to be really severe to that. Maybe something that would have been better is strengthening this connection somehow. Maybe not that. Or just being like, I am gonna try to surround this as hard as possible. Instead, this is what I would say is switching directions. We've got a weak stone. We're surrounding it. There's this other weak group over here. Like, first, let's focus down one of them, and then we can come back to the other. Let's not be all ADD. Being ADD is a really bad thing. Am I being ableist by using ADD as an adjective? Should I say being spacey? Do people say spacey? Being scatterbrained like this, that's my neutral term, is not the way that you get things killed. Being inconsistent, how's that? So here's the jump up to disrupt this connection. Perhaps go over here. I just wanted them to stay separated. If I can keep them separated, I'm a happy camper. He leans on my weak stone. I'm happy with that. I get to play this way. And then he comes into the corner, which I don't want him to do. And then he's, right, trying to make that base much the same way he did up here. I ignored this because, right, what's my focus right now? This weak group. This group is making shape. I'm going to let it make shape. That's fine. There are bigger things. Right, exactly. Lemons are sour saying white is self-destructing. Because black's getting all these moves, right? Each one of these, except for this one, was a response to a move over here. Whereas white not playing over here. So that same principle. Okay, you want this, in this case, you want this group on the left to, say, have a base. What are you not saying? You're not saying, I like this group over here. So this is my chance. Oh, let's go poking at some stuff. And playing like this, I don't know that that was the best. Like, why not just this? Okay, maybe I know why not. No, because I mean he's still like super shapeless here. Like, what? This is fine. I'm absolutely not panicking right now. That wasn't being facetious. I'm serious. Like if this happens, as black, I'm so happy. Instead, I played this way, which is another way to do it. Let's see. C7 seems like a useful sente at first. I was considering that. Like, let's do this. Because it's threatening, right? That's sente. That's sente. White can't do this. Black's threatening this. And then what does white do? White either does this, these get cut off. I don't think they're gonna make, whoops, that's not the move. I don't think they're gonna make life in the corner here, right? Alternatively, where was I? White connects over here, and then he has this problem, which is kind of a big deal. Yeah, maybe he gets to live down here, but oh my god, these two look so very dead. So yeah, C7, most definitely sente. I don't know, maybe just play something like this. Would not have minded taking it. It's definitely helping out these guys over here, which aren't exactly doing great. I mean, I know they've got a lot of room to expand, but we'll see what happens later to their poor little would-be base. here's white making all the bad shape. So what I think is unfortunate about the way that I approached this, right, by jumping into it in the middle, because that was so tempting, right? It's like, oh, you've got 2 peeps. Can I just take that? Is that he got to lean over here and make use of some of the weaknesses that are more than apparent over here, namely, so this guy happens, I get to do that, and then, right, these are all 4th line, they don't exactly have a base. He's climbing on me over here. I really want to stay connected. I really do stay connected. This is not a solid connection. He's threatening to capture this stone, make it into an eye. That gets taken, and now he gets to jump up here, right? So what happened? What happened? Initially, I'm playing this stone against this, right? The idea is, I know I have weaknesses here, and then maybe if I run you up and run me up, I can save this. Unfortunately, I was not being consistent whatsoever, and now we have things like, where are we? Things like this happening, where now this looks way weaker. In general, don't try to run your opponent next to your weak things, which was such a bad idea. What was I thinking? Fortunately, we're both bad, so bad things don't happen to my group, right? Because you see, like, bad things are so ready to happen. I don't know, probably not these exact moves, but the idea is there of this is very vulnerable. And this is a good way to make use of it. It does feel super loose, not super doing anything, but yeah, this is maybe like trying to be a jack of all trades move, where it's like, okay, I see this, okay, I see this, okay, I see this. None of those are exactly alive yet. I'm going to try to do something that joins it all together, while recognizing that his own group is weak and needs to make a connection, perhaps to over here, maybe just harass some groups, you know, make it known to those groups that they're not going to live, force them to live, and get your own connection. He played a really lax move, I played a really lax move. It was kind of, we kind of had like a thing going on. Whoa, we were feeling it. No, then he plays this, which is super, I think that's unnecessary. Because if he plays this, this is still a fine connection. What's black gonna do? This? I mean, I don't know. I think this was a little too, Lemons or Sour says, white can still play N10 too. Where's N10? Yeah, exactly. What I was worried about the whole time was, so here's our N10 guy, bam, was maybe this, and then if I want this to stay connected, now he doesn't have to worry about a group, or if I just want to save this, I'm in a lot of trouble. Okay, whoa, maybe he could be too, but I don't know. That's why N10. That's why N10's a thing, right? Because whoa, or you know the obvious whoa, and now if black wants to stay connected because this group has an okay base, it is a little undercut. You know, playing this, and now this is such a big deal. Right, so Lemons or Sour saying N10 is much simpler, but you shouldn't care about it in the first place, right? Because if a, whoops, where are we? If he does play a move like N10 that does, you know, require some follow-up, what is there? There's, you know, just running in this direction, in which case, I don't know, things like this happening. I don't know. I feel like I actually would care about it just so that he doesn't get an easy connection. Right? Because even in, I don't know, a situation like this, I still feel like I can make it out. Okay. Yeesh, I know this looks so awful. Yeah, I can't play here, something like this. Oh man. All these things with all these connections, I'm just... Okay, let's de-emphasize reading. Reading's hard. Let's emphasize some fundamentals. Reading is so hard. Reading is unbelievably hard. Did you see that there were like so many variations right there if you just take the time to look at all of them? Which, don't get me wrong, is super important. Lemons or Sour says, my point is you spent a move defending a cut that doesn't matter. You're alive with both groups, so you should take Sunday to help out your weak group. Oh, that is such a good point, right? This is alive. This is more than alive. I actually don't see a way to kill this. This, like, even if you, pull one of these guys, there's gonna be two eyes here. You know, this is a forcing move, if nothing else, because if he doesn't do this, you've got your eyes, you've got your eyes, you've got your eyes. It's totally fine. Right, defending the weak group. He wants to cut through and be safe. That's fine because you're safe, right? Safety first. That's a good principle. So working with safety first, I try to pull out my group that's going to die, likely. And then he plays this super secure move for some reason. I really wonder why we didn't see a more jumpy outy move. Instead, just something like this. I'm really wondering if he was trying to focus this down really hard, or what. I'm not exactly sure where this move comes from. For me, I would see this is solid, this is connected. How can I, run as fast as possible? He doesn't do that, so I just try to like poke out some eye stuff. He does the same. I have to connect. Now we're back to this eyeless wonder. Maybe this will be an eye. And then I go for, can I disconnect this shape from this shape, both of which aren't exactly alive, while creating potential on this top side of the board. Sure enough, I can. So I force him to connect because most of what I want to do, right? Like, it's nice to keep things disconnected. But were I to continue doing this, now I've got a very weak group over here. Okay, maybe it doesn't have to be that weak. But if I really want to keep these disconnected, I don't actually think that they're gonna have that much trouble. I mean, this one can always have life over here, but of course it is reaching its fingertips out to its white buddy. It's likely that maybe white... Oh, I have no idea. I have no idea about this guy getting completely cut off, considering he doesn't have a base, considering he has, one possible eye as of now. I opted not to try to kill, because killing things can often get you killed. So I was like, okay, if I just don't get it killed, can I just invade this guy? And because he's in a black sphere of influence being exerted from here, influence being exerted from here, maybe it will die. I should have been thinking about this. Looking back, I really needed to just do this, because this guy doesn't exactly have a base. If we look at territory right now, black's got some territory here, black's got some territory here, white's got a small corner, White maybe has two other small corners. I don't need to take this corner and ruin him if I'm just you know, trying to live. I can just do this. I don't know White's best response. If we played out this super simply, this may not even be alive for White. I guess that's maybe not what White would play. Maybe White does this. Not like there aren't annoying things that Black can do. I really don't know how I would respond if I'm White right here. Like, neither of these look that good. Nothing looks that good. Unfortunately, I let White off, I think, easy. I think this might be letting White off easy. Let's see, Lemons or Sour says White has an attachment at F3, which is something to keep in mind. F3, right? If we're looking at territory, that's or no. If we're looking at cutting this off and White making a base, because this is not exactly a viable option, right? Then we just got killed in the middle. The only option is to do this from the outside, and now White's making the beginnings of a base, right? That's an eye. Oh, we found it. Right. Thank you, Lemons are Sour. Yeah, so White can live whether he's connected or not. In terms of what's going on this side of the board, yeah, the approach makes this super uncomfortable for White, thanks to the strong H17 stone over here. I was, thank you, hindsight, for making me wise and stuff, but in the moment, I was just like, I'm going to take away everything from White, and he's going to have to fight from nothing. He's got no base in the corner, but it's not like he even had one to begin with. What am I thinking? Because here, this Black group is just, it's not shapely. I was unshapely is what I was. That was really unbecoming of me, I think. White gets to play this out and then play this. Right now, I really think I should have played this. I think best case scenario for White, maybe something like this now, a shape point somewhere. I don't know where the shape move is. Maybe something as simple as this. I don't know how I would be poking at this. Maybe something like this. I think, yeah, White will be just fine. Just fine. I did not play this move. I mean, this is already connected, so it's not a big deal. I played the move down there, to which White gets to play here. And now, so he's making shape. What am I not doing over here? Making shape. I take this time to play the annoying move when I think, really, this is much more urgent. This lack of shape over here. He plays this, and then I try to fix that, right? And so I do. Now I finally get this move in, to which White responds. So I'm making more shape, but right now I need some final move. Either this, or maybe this. Those both look good, like safe, proper moves. Like, there, I have shape. There's no way you're getting rid of my eyes. I didn't do that. I did this. And then I didn't even follow that up, right? Like, the whole time I'm thinking, this better be alive, this better be alive. Or even this, like, to just be like, I'm going to connect. I am going to connect. I didn't. I was like, I'm leaving that to play a big move. This was the wrong time to play a big move. This is urgent. Don't play a big move. Oh no. So, for me, the problem is just like recognizing that if White wants to poke like this, and I don't play this, or white wants to poke like this, that's really tough to deal with. And then if I can't make this connection, which this is actually kind of wide, I shouldn't assume that I have this connection by any stretch of the imagination. So here I go, not doing the thing, and then, right, just playing something big. White gets to poke at it. I try to widen my eye space in the bottom, and then I try to make the connection. That was like a way, not the way to get a connection. I think this would have been so much calmer, so much more. All I'm trying to do is get a connection. You do your thing. I just need to do mine. Hello, LeGinger, who's back. Ihane. Oh, there was a power cut. Ooh, that is always unpleasant. So let's see. Ihane. Basically saying I can poke out this eye. Right now I'm still very much in the killing mindset. I need to be in the connecting mindset. If I do something like this, this connection is much stronger. It really feels like I can't be disconnected. Unfortunately, when I do things like this now, what I'm thinking would have been a better move is to do this. Also, just be very connection oriented, understanding that I don't have this move. White can get this move. This is so life and deathy. Let me just connect, right? Who cares if white gets that in Sente? I can connect and be fine. That's not what happened. That wasn't the game. I played this because I didn't want this to be white's Sente. What am I thinking? We play this way, and then white gets this, and now he's got two eyes, because what, even if I do this, I mean, he's fine with this. He's got his bent 4 shape. There's nothing that's gonna be going on. Even if he doesn't get that, right? Let's say he plays this right now. What am I gonna do? This. He's got 2 eyes. Alternatively, he's whoops. Got 2 eyes. Right? I need to stop thinking about how can I kill things and start thinking about how can I live. This is what happened. This is what happened. I was like, here, let me expand my eye shape, knowing that this is Gote. No. There's nothing wrong with this move. This is fine. This is absolutely fine. Maybe it's not. No, because, like, I mean, yeah. I need to know. Oh no. Maybe it's dead. Maybe everything's gonna die. Yeah, that's not to realize. Wow, I was more dead than I even knew. Maybe that's why I was trying to continue getting eye shape, right? So this all gets poked out. This leads to a terrible, terrible ko. And then we ko it out. Just FYI, connecting at A16 is something tiny like 4 points. Oh wow, that's so true, right? Because recognizing he's alive. He is alive. If we do this, now we're alive, right? What's he gonna do? Okay, so he pokes this out. Psh, I got eyes, man. Yeah, he can't do that. He would have to allow us to join the realm of the living. Yeah. Oh, who cares, right? Yeah, this is so small. I gotta start looking with my eyes and not with my butt. Okay, so here's the killing move. Where all the bad things happen because I was too concerned about something small and not about something both big and urgent. I guess maybe you just call this urgent if it's like my group's gonna die. Everyone knows that that's big, but that's urgent, right? White responds to this co-threat. So right here, I actually noticed that this group up top is by no means alive. especially when this move occurs. Especially when this move occurs, right? Because now I don't see life up here for white. So this turned into trade time. Trade in this group for this group, which I was more than thrilled about, because if you do like a count from this point, which you can totally do, just co stuff. I'm skipping co stuff because it is just all kinds of crazy and bloody and mean. Okay, now things are getting a little interesting. So if we were just to count from this point and say that, you know, all this is white, all this is black, these are looking comparable. What is this whole group? Let's call it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, maybe 23-ish points. This is really the vast majority of white points. There's maybe another, you know, 23 counting this, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Maybe white has around 60 points counting Comey, 61, 62. What does black have? Black has, you know, let's not count anything in the bottom here. We don't know what's going to happen. But this big group, you know, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38-ish, maybe 39, 40. This is our lovely 80-point corner, right? An 80-point corner, that's kind of a lot. And then, you know, maybe something over here, little corner dude over here, maybe a couple points down here. I don't know that was a favorable trade if I'm white. So white's a fighter though. He's still fighting. This was just a bunch of reading stuff, which is difficult. And then he cuts over here, right, threatening to make an I. No, there's no I there. Okay, and now this other co, which is like, oh man. Let's see, K14 first. What about K14 first? Are you saying K14 first as opposed to... That's what I was looking at before he played the wedge. Oh, so do this. Oh. Is this a thing? Oh my god, that's a thing. Oh my god, that's such a killing blow. Wow, that's such a... We didn't just trade. I ran away with everything. Yeah, there's this. I mean, what would I do? This is Self-Atari. That's like the same thing. K14, maybe it's the same thing if I just do this. Right? I think. Okay, so similar outcomes, at least by my read. We come out over here. White recognizes that he's behind right around here, right? So forces this co, which is, that's not bad. That's good. Oh, I was too slow to read it out, but it did look scary, right? I mean, what he played looks like all the... I mean, yeah, I guess considering that they're the same ending to those both variations, that is scary stuff. Like, you can't say that that's not terrifying stuff. I was a move away from all of this white stuff, this 80-point thing living. So same over here, we're doing co-threats. I'm not trying to emphasize co's. Sorry that so many co's happened. No, but I guess that is a pretty key skill. I think of, you know, co-fights as a more high-level skill. Just because you're always looking for a threat that's bigger than what you're doing, right? Like if you're doing a co for this whole corner. That's really hard to find global co-threats. If you have a bunch of local threats, that's much easier. But finding a global threat that has the same magnitude as this whole thing, right? The same bigness. That's really hard. So then, right, we're going back to playing this code. Hey, can I actually live there, please? I played this because I was really nervous. I was really considering this. But then if white gets a move like this, right, what is a poor little black player to do? This just looks all kinds of messed up. Yeah, I think I was forced to do that. Okay, I had to reread that because I wasn't sure at all in game. More co. And then he played this. I finally found this threat. Whew. But then unfortunately he just he found all the threats. And then this was not a real threat because if I play here now, right, he's like, what, I do this, I have one, so that happens. That's not a real threat. And then we play this out, so he does win that co. And at this point, I think black's still winning, right? At this point, it's like, I don't think the score estimator knows. No, because the score estimator thinks that this is alive. So if SE says 82.5, let's do 82.5 minus this, which is maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, maybe 20-ish. So black up by 40, roughly. And then there was this move, which I'm so bad at recognizing these things, right? Because let's see how the game ended, right? This was the game. Black has 2 liberties. I needed to play this, right? This is the move, right? Because there's no shenanigans. I didn't play that move. I played this, and then I lost the game. Wait, no, let's go to the game losing. Yeah, and then I lost the game. Like, oh my god, why am I so bad at reading the difficult things? Like this, oh, that's fine. That's totally fine. But no, it was this. No, right? Because there's, oh no. That was so awful. Oh my god, that was the worst thing in the world. Right, like, oh, okay, I'm up by 40 points. Let me just lose the game. Reasons why you have to stay thinking, even until like the very end. Why you have to just like stay in the zone. Even on move 292. What was I doing? Oh my god. Right though? Alright. Are there any questions? Any final remarks? Any things that, I mean, I learned not to count your eggs before they hatch. No, rather not to not read just because it's move 292 and you think that it's gonna be fine. It's best you made that mistake, says Leginger, because now you won't make it again. Probably. You'd be surprised how often I self-Atari. So probably. Not every game, but a good handful of them. A handful that I wish didn't exist at all. No, but I do like that. That is the nice thing about making mistakes, is that you learn and you realize, okay, I can't do that. Lemons are sour. It's awesome that you're reviewing these games. I think you can learn so much from the middle game fighting. Thank you. Yes, I'm trying to learn my little heart out. I just wanna. I think Go is so exciting. Like all the complexity that comes from such simplicity. It's the simplest game ever, and it's so exciting to me. All the craziness that comes out of that. Um, I mean, I'm always trying to stress fundamentals because I think that they're amazing. I think that, you know, high level players are really good at the fundamentals. And I think that they help like everyone of every level of play. Like if double digit Qs maybe like only thought of fundamentals, and kind of disregarded everything else about the game. Like if they were able to learn those so hard, I wonder how well they would do. I hope that you guys found the fundamentals useful. The you know the fundamentals that I present. I know that maybe different people have different takes on fundamentals. I know that I didn't talk about some things, like I didn't talk about shape that much. I didn't talk that much about territory and influence. But I felt pretty good about that game. I'm actually okay with those games where I lose at the last second because I know that I played well, right? I'm like, okay, it was that one mistake at move 292, but other than that, I played well enough to win. Oh, LeGinger says I need to actually learn what all the fundamentals are because I'm super new to Go. I think tomorrow at 2:30, what I want to do is some double-digit Q games, like reviewing them, not playing them myself, because I don't know how to sandbag that hard. But tomorrow, I wanted to do double-digit Q reviews, and just point out some of the like the role of the fundamentals in double-digit Q games, because I think that that's really big. I want to do that tomorrow at around 2:30 CST, so that's 3:30 Eastern, noon 30 Pacific, I believe. Fundamentals are very hard to learn. I had to start taking lessons to hammer them in. I'm Central Time, CST, so 2:30 Central, and then you can do it from there. Yeah, fundamentals are really hard to learn. I agree. Like, getting those hammered into your brain, because that's what you have to. You have to be like so faithful to them so that you just don't crumble under, like, just, you know, being single-minded is, I guess, what I think of it, because there's, you know, being faithful to the fundamentals, and there's just being like, this is the one thing that I'm trying to do in this game, and just everything sort of getting tossed out the door because you're not thinking about them. They're not just like always consuming your mind in the middle of Go. That's why in these games I'm not trying to do Joseki whatsoever. I'm trying to de-emphasize Joseki because that's just like rote memorization. I mean, it's not. You're not supposed to treat Joseki as rote memorization. But I'm trying to de-emphasize Joseki in these fundamentals focused lessons, streams, I guess. Not exactly lessons. It's more of a lesson for me than anything else. And de-emphasize reading, because reading and Joseki are like totally, really difficult things. And like just think about the fundamentals so that those are the only things going on in my head while I'm playing. Lemons or Sour says, it's like building a strong building. You can't do that unless you have a strong foundation. Exactly! And that's what I want. That's what I'm just like so good at the fundamentals, at getting this foundation. Maybe I'll be a 1-dan, right? Right? Isn't that the hope? Here, let me just be perfect with my foundation, and then everything else will just come much more naturally. Alright, with that said, I'm gonna go, I hope you all have a nice day. And I hope this is useful to you. I look forward to seeing you all soon, tomorrow, whenever. Unfortunately, reading goes hand in hand with fundamentals. It most certainly does. Lemons are sour. It most certainly does, as do many, many aspects of the game. Have a good night, everyone. Goodbye. Goodbye.